Hello Internet, Hewlett here with another Burn to Learn, and yeah, definitely sweaty for you today. Monday, it felt like a Monday. Every second on the torture device felt like 5 seconds, well, 5 hours on a torture device, and it's done. And I'm very thankful that it's done. I was definitely waffling. There was a lot of like, oh, I should clean up the kitchen, and oh, that needs a little bit of a scrub, and I was definitely putting it off. Jane's like, go, do it. So I did. And so I did like a 45 minutes, set at 5. I've adjusted my hand position a little further down so that it's a little bit more of a pull when I'm doing it, and that is miserable. I am wearing my spanking cool new Xbox Canada t-shirt. They have been crazy supportive of this tech terror stuff I've been doing. Like, I tweeted them about their adaptive controller, which I brought over to show you guys. So this is their adaptive controller, and the idea is that this opens up gaming to people with disabilities in a way that just wasn't possible before. It was all configured specifically for each person, and it just took forever, and it was a real rigmarole to go through. And so unless you had people with the right skills available to you, you weren't playing video games. This allows you to do it in a much easier way. You've got the big control pads, you've got a series of ports on the back. These are just like little microphone ports, but each one can control with microphone style ports. You don't plug microphones into it. It's not like a karaoke thing. Although maybe you can, who knows? So it's got a bunch of ports on the back here. What I'm gonna do, what I wanna do with the tech terrorism thing that I suggested, ooh, I made it all sweaty, to Xbox Canada was I would like to present these to the tech terrors. Microsoft was very kind. Microsoft, I don't know, they're the same company, I'm assuming they are. Xbox was very kind. They gave us like 4 of these and a bunch of different triggers for it, pads and things. And so my idea was I was going to assign kids various different disabilities. So I would say, okay, so because my tech terrors this year are all you know, fully able-bodied kids, and so I'm going to say, okay, so you can only use your feet, you can only use your right arm, you can only use your head or your eyes or whatever, and I'm going to have them come up with solutions to allow them to play their games. And I guess that kind of tickled the fancy of Xbox Canada. They were very, very prompt and kind in them sending this stuff to me. So thank you guys, thank you so much for this. I'm sorry it's such a sweaty thanks, but it's sort of a part of the day, and I am very, very much appreciative of it. And it came up because I was playing with it last night, trying to figure out what to do. I don't think I'll do it this week. I think I've got some robots to play with this week, some easy robots that have arrived. I'll show you those later. And then I'm thinking Xbox will give me a little bit of time to sort of prep something for the week after. So I also have a really exciting, I'm going to meet with a company on Thursday that does a lot of educational stuff. And so I'm going to talk to them about a possible sort of some way of turning all this stuff I'm doing into a sort of a teachable, educational sort of television or web format stuff for them to use and to get out there, which would be kind of cool. I would love to be doing this all the time, not the torture device, but all of the cool sort of tech terror stuff. And I created a little Tech Terrors website, techterrors.com. You can go and see what we're up to, and yeah, check it out. Obviously, send suggestions and stuff. I'm curious to know what else is out there. If you've got links or cool things, send me. I'm gonna try to sort of compile just a really cool site of neat things that can inspire learning and curiosity and stuff in kids relating to science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. I started calling it, I think I'm gonna call it contagious curiosity, because it seems I get excited about this stuff, and then other people seem to get excited as well. So I think that might be my little slogan to go with. So today's learn. Oh, I should say today's a Burn to Learn. That's for those of you who don't know, that's my bid to remain alive and fit long enough to raise my amazing son and to enjoy the twilight years of my brilliant, beautiful wife, Jane. I hate exercise. It is so boring. So I like to learn something while I'm doing it, and I like to share what I've learned with you in the sweatiest way possible, thus this disaster. So the learn part of my Burn to Learn today was surveillance capitalism. Again, I'm getting a little, I don't know, I'm getting a little sort of like uncomfortable with how much bashing of Google is going on. I completely understand where she's coming from, but at the same time, there's a part of me that goes like, as a nerd, I feel like I understand some of the instinct to gather as much data as possible about anything to solve a problem. Since the beginning of my sort of wonderful romance with computers and software and stuff, I've always had this almost instinctive hoarding-like mentality towards any kind of information that could be of useful at any point, you know, later. I'm one of those people who just I just keep everything, and especially digitally, because I feel like what's the point of not? So anyways, so she talks about how there was this big shift during the dot-com bust where Google suddenly found themselves needing to make money, and they took their system from, instead of collecting data from their searches to improve their search, they realized that they could also use that data to improve their basically their AdSense program, and how that was, she felt was a very conscious decision to throw away the old rules and privacy concerns of a bygone era, and how they have basically, in doing so, have purposely gone out to get information about people, even when they know those people don't want them to get that information. When people have purposely fuzzed their own information, I think, as Father Ballard would say, as even trying to hide themselves online, they still will go and find out as much information as they can in order to feed them the relevant ads. So fascinating stuff. But as I say, I don't know. There's something about it. Something about it that's bothering me a little bit, because I'm not usually one to sort of defend the big corporation on this stuff, but I don't know. I've always really liked Google, so I'm going to be a hard sell on this, but I am finding her insights and her historical sort of concepts that she brings forward as examples of how we both can understand and not understand what's going on, because there is no precedent for this stuff. It's a wonderful book, so I would definitely recommend. Still thumbs up from me, 2 thumbs up from me, and I better get on with my day because I got a lot to learn, and I got tech terrors tomorrow. So until we geek again, cheerio!